everybody and welcome to this week's Tune In Tuesday. This week I've got something a little bit different in store for you in that I'm not actually going to set foot on a beach as I usually would. Now over the Christmas period we had about 6 beach cleans and they all had such a fantastic turnout. We were so inspired by the community coming together and showing such great support and want to protect the environment over the festive period. But because there were so many people, I thought that the beach was going to be covered and people were going to be litter picking the beach. I wanted to have a look at an area that was kind of forgotten on most of our beach cleans. This is of course the car parks. So when we were down on Harlyn Beach and Trevone Beach, instead of going onto the beach, I did the car parks, and I was absolutely shocked by the amount of litter that I found in the hedges surrounding the car park. And this is literally just careless, irresponsible behaviour. Not only this, the car parks are there right next to the beach. All it takes is a gust of wind, a bit of rain, and it washes straight onto the beach and into the ocean. In one of my previous Tune In Tuesday videos, I focused on the effects of litter on small mammals from the Keep Britain Tidy campaign, The Big Give. So there's another avenue of problems here in that this litter is directly impacting the small mammals that live in the car park. But not just this. Cornwall Council spend £5 million a year on cleaning up litter from the streets. This money could be spent on social services and more important things than just irresponsible behaviour. So I'm going to go and find some car parks next to the beaches and I'm going to see how much litter I find there. And this Tune In Tuesday message isn't that everyone should go and clean car parks because, you know, there's a safety precautions and all sorts of things. But the message is people need to stop littering, driving around, chucking stuff out of the windows. There was a story in Wales the other day that some girl got fined £600 for chucking fast food packaging out of her car window. So let's go see what we can find and see how big the problem is. So I'm in my car, I've just been to the lab to get some equipment that I might need for the day, and I've just thought that most of our beach cleans cover Padstow to Porthcothan, so I'm going to try and cover as many car parks as I possibly can in that area. As I said, I've already done Harlyn and Trevone, so I'm going to see if I can hit as many of the others. So this is the kind of thing that we're seeing. We're just on the side of the car park here in Padstow, and in all of the bushes there's just loads of different items of plastic litter. So again, I'm just in the bushes on the side of the car park, and we've got Walker's crisps over here, some polystyrene, and there's just more and more litter as I go along. There's literally bags of litter buried here and a bin right there in the car park. So I've just got all of this out of the bushes here, and the bin is literally just there. And here we've got 12 carrier bags, plastic carrier bags that were buried in the soil. Beer bottles, don't know why they're next to a car park. Plastic bottles, all sorts of food packaging, styrofoam, just buried here. So I've easily filled a big bin bag. Got this big container, plastic, this is tonic on it, and this kettle. So I've just got to Trevone Beach car park and the sun seems to be trying to break through. There's an absolutely stunning view from up here, and at one of our beach cleans recently I did notice that a couple people did come and litter pick the car park, and I know that it is regularly done as well, so we shouldn't find too much litter here. So I've just finished in Trevone car park and I've got about half a bin bag full, so a lot less than Padstow, but still a fair amount considering I didn't think that I'd find really that much here. What I did find though was kind of buried deep in the hedges, so quite difficult to get to, which is probably why it's still here. But hopefully now it's removed we can just hope that less people are littering. So now I've done Padstow and Trevone, I'm going to head over to Constantine now, and I know the car park next to the beach is quite small, but it'll be interesting to see how a smaller car park compares to the other ones, so let's go have a look and see what we can find. So I've just got to Constantine Bay car park and literally just pulled up and already just litter next to my car, and I don't know if you can see, but all over there just more and more bits of litter. So what I've just found is one of the biggest cases of greenwashing that we have, in that people are selling biodegradable poo bags like this one here, but they don't actually break down, they just break apart much quicker than other poo bags. So instead of keeping, intact like most other poo bags, this is just broken down into smaller pieces, which if anything is more dangerous for the smaller animals that live in this environment. So all here are just tiny bits of plastic. It's all over my fingers. Just smaller bits of the poo bag. So it's not breaking down, it's literally just breaking apart. So I've got another really interesting find here, something really commonly associated with the beach. These are Kelly's ice cream tubs, and I guess a lot of you will be thinking that these are just cardboard, but in fact, as the same with like coffee cups, they have a really thin layer of plastic going through it, and what's happened is some of them have partially kind of broken down, the cardboard's breaking down and leaving the plastic layer inside for you to see. So you can have a look and see that plastic layer, kind of like the skeleton left behind of the ice cream tub, and this one you can see Kelly's. This is the weirdest thing in the world. I've just found a packet of Emily fruit crisps. My name on it. Promise it's not mine. So I've just finished at Constantine and I'm pretty shocked actually for such a small car park to have got one big bag full of litter. So now I'm going to head straight over to Porthcothan car park, the final car park of the day, and see what we can find there. So a lot of people always ask me what the most disgusting thing I've ever found is. My usual answer is the standard, like, you know, sanitary items. But down here in the corner by the toilet block, I've just found human feces and a whole load of tissue paper that they've used to wipe away the feces from themselves. So that now tops the list of being the most disgusting thing I've ever seen. Just down there. Thanks. So I finally finished Porthcothan car park now, and I've ended up with 2 bags of litter and a cool box. Well, it looks like that's all I'm going to have time for today. It's getting a little bit late in the day now, but I've got a beautiful sunset to finish with. Today we've been to 4 car parks: Padstow, Trevone, Constantine and Porthcothan to finish. And in that time I've got 5 big carrier bags filled with litter, this big plastic container and the cool box. So some really nasty stuff. The most common thing that I found was dog poo bags, and the weirdest thing was that most of them were empty. They hadn't even been used yet, so it's just careless discarding them into the environment, and this has such severe consequences. The second most common thing that I found was single-use food packaging, stuff like crisp packets and that sort of thing, but these were all still wrapped in plastic carrier bags, so it's like people had gone to the shop, got their picnic for the day and then brought it down, had it and just left their rubbish in carrier bags on the side of the car park. So really irresponsible and disrespectful behaviour. Like I say, Cornwall Council is spending £5 million every year on removing this litter, and I can certainly think of way more deserving things that could be spent on and more needed areas that need that money. So I just want to say a massive thank you to Keep Britain Tidy for donating these bags for us to use. They're made from 100% recycled polythene and they're really good quality because, you know, walking around these car parks picking up weird stuff, it's good that the bags aren't breaking on me. So thank you for that. And I just want to say what you guys can do now to help resolve this issue. So first and foremost, the main message of this video is to not encourage you to go out litter picking dangerous areas, car parks. I've taken precautions today to make sure I'm as safe as possible in an area where there are cars, but the message is that we need to stop people from littering. I know that there's a very select few of us that still do. A lot of us are very good at it, but you know, there obviously are still people doing it because else I wouldn't be finding this litter. The second thing that we can do is pick up the litter, but yeah, only if it is safe to do so. And the third thing is that you can go on and make a pledge to Litterless Cornwall campaign. I'll put the link in the description. So thanks very much for watching this week's Tune In Tuesday, and I'll see you next week for next week's episode.